Welcome to Nutritional Storytelling. Today, we're tracing an incredible family line, not just through names and dates, but through the stories they carried. This is the journey from Shem, Noah's son, all the way to Abram, a man who would change the world after the great scattering from the Tower of Babel. Humanity spread out, divided by language, but one family, the line of Shem, held onto the memories of the flood and God's promise. 2 years after the flood, Shem had a son, Arphaxad. Imagine Shem telling his boy stories of the ark, the rainbow tales the world needed to remember. Arphaxad grew up and had a son named Shelah. By then, people were building new settlements, and the world felt full of promise. Shelah, in turn, had a son named Eber, from whom many believe we get the name Hebrew. While other nations were getting lost in new customs, Eber's family treasured their belief in one God. Eber's son was Peleg, whose name means division, because in his time, the earth's people were scattered. It must have been a strange time, with families parting ways, but Peleg's household kept their faith. Peleg's son was Roy, who lived as small towns began to grow and trade routes formed. Ru's son was Srug, born when many tribes started turning to idols of wood and stone. Yet, in Srug's home, the memory of a one true God flickered like a steady lamp. Srug's son was Nahor, who then fathered Terah. By Terah's time, great cities like her were rising, filled with temples to many gods. It would have been easy to forget the old ways, but the promise carried by Shem's descendants continued. Terah became the father of 3 sons, Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran had a son named Lot, but sadly died young, and Abram a man with a heart that sought the God of his ancestors would soon become the center of a new chapter in history. Terah took his family, including Abram, his wife Sarai, and his grandson Lot, and they left the bustling city of Ur. They were heading for a land called Canaan. But they settled for a time in a place called Haran, this long line of fathers and sons. A quiet thread of faith woven through centuries had finally led to Abram. It was through him that God would soon begin a new story, a covenant, a promise, and a nation that would bless the entire world. Thanks for joining us on this journey through generations. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that feed the soul. See you next time.